of promise in the annals of Quake Live. Arrow Walk is our next stop. Question is, will it be our last?
Yeah, I think it's just too small to really be... I don't know if it's going to be used for a long time. I guess it could. I really don't know. I have to see. But it's interesting how the ESL has decided, all right, there's these new maps. Let's just kind of switch it up. But here we're going to go on
Well, I think it's a matter of, new versus, quote-unquote new. Which is the case for most of these quote-unquote new maps. We have a great start for Fiend. He does have Mega Armor and a Rocket. And that is actually a pretty significant start. Galisak, of course, having a bit of armor himself. He does have a Rail and LG. Rail also now in Fiend's hands. He just picked it up from the position he's at. You can see it respawn there in front of him. And he has his rocket launcher out instead of his railgun. And that means that the long-range play will not happen. Fiend walking into rockets, backing off with 58 health, coming back for... Actually, he dodges a rail there. And the red armor will go to Galisak. So at this point, Fiend is really pressing his luck. He's able to collect the Mega, but it's already been shaved off. And I think had Galisak had his railgun out there, he probably could have nicked Fiend as he faded away. Red in about 8, and honestly, Fiend should not be here. This is, I think, a mistake. Yep, and down he goes.
Yep.
Rocket, 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 and that will get frag number 2 for Galisak. Easy peasy. And he will collect Mega, but at what cost? Galisak can still survive quite a bit, and he's able to switch up to a railgun in order to get frag number 3. This is not boding well for Fiend at this point, who, Galisak just watches the nade as it careens towards him. He's like, yeah, I got time. I'll wait for the railgun shot. See if it happens. See if it materializes. Got nothing. Still up by 3. Feeling happy. Feeling good. Mega's lighting the play for. Galisak might go steal this bit of armor here just to piss off Fiend a little bit. Nice rail from afar. A pair of it. And now Galisak actually is going to have to be careful about this play. Fiend just barrels in, and Galisak says, I just picked up Mega. So, you know what's fun? Positioning. Nice work by Galisak at this point. Not only has he gotten the Mega, he picked up the yellow, and he should be able to move in for this red. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Fiend actually, I don't know. I feel like Galisak maybe could have done a little bit more damage in that situation. I mean, he had a lightning gun, which is typically the weapon you want to go to if you need to power up the stairs. But I guess the nade spam was strong enough. Galisak now in a railable situation, able to back off to a 25, or rather greenies. But Fiend might be able to put Galisak down. No, it's going to be rockets to the rescue for Galisak in order to keep that score climbing for the Evil Geniuses player. Fiend now, of course, in the negatives and whiffing his shots up on the red armor, leaving Galisak with nothing but pain to deliver. And I think we consider that signed and sealed. Fiend at this point is not looking very, I don't know. I think Galisak is doing an arrow run and Fiend is doing an arrow crawl. Because at this point, 5 and -1 is not a good situation to be in for Fiend.
And Gelly brought up CPM before the match, so this is a pretty famous CPM map, and he's probably pretty comfortable on it. Even though Fiend probably played it as well. But Gelly's looking amazing, and he's just faster. He's moving faster. Fiend is kind of hiding in these little corners. It's not working for him, especially on a map like this. It's really hard to hide. Yeah,
if you ever watch Cooler CZM, that there's no place to hide statement can be underlined, bolded, and otherwise made more obvious because it's pretty damn scary what can be done on this map, especially with the teleporter plays. There being 5 teleporters on this map, and the ability to really zoom around it with rocket jumps, adding that to the mix, it can get pretty crazy. Galisak not really playing it at a terribly fast pace, but he is using positioning well. Fiend able to collect Mega, but immediate double rail. That's 160 health gone from Fiend stack. He's got 40 health. after that exchange, and he's pretty much done. I mean, the fact that he's here for this red, Gela, of course, also hurt himself diving for some health, but it actually ends up being quite hurtful for him. He's got only 10 health after the exchange.
And we've seen so many high-scoring games on this map, so it's definitely the kind of map where a comeback, 6 frags like this is easily overcomable. But I don't know if Fiend can change his style. He really needs to speed up. He needs to rush around the map a little faster and catch Gelly off guard, because Gelisac has been catching him a lot off guard.
Just as a quick update, guys. Obviously, Gelisac's doing quite well here. We have one more match, and that will be the Hang. He is apparently having better luck with his ping, so we should be able to show that to you tonight. And then just as a heads up, 04 and Vu do not play until tomorrow. So for those that are, hoping and planning for a little bit of John action, just wait for tomorrow, and we'll be sure to bring it to you, because that is one game I will absolutely, definitely be streaming. I can't wait to see it. So we've remained here 5-1. Gelisac still kicking ass and taking names, showing up in time for red, but getting bullied off by Fiend. Let's go take a look at how Fiend is doing. Yeah, very scary situation here. He needs this red armor, but he also needs to not die. And look at this, from behind. Yeah, you never want to be shafted from behind. It's painful. And apparently Fiend can tell you from experience. Gelisac.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, Gelisac is, I think, feeling pretty good about the situation, considering that we are, way past that halfway point. We're at 3:40 on the clock. Gelisac muscling in on another red armor. Has plenty of stack to survive any onslaught Fiend might want to try in order to collect the red. Or do damage on red, I should say, excuse me. But, oh, look at this race over to the yellow armor to try to deny it and at least do damage, and it's going to work out pretty well for Gelisac. He's done it. Wow, that means Fiend has absolutely nothing. Fantastic work by Gelisac, and he can basically just sit and wait for Mega to spawn. Fiend can't really show up. Yeah, that's why. Fiend can't really show up. So, 7-1, folks. Gelisac, I think, can safely feel pretty good about this situation.
Yeah, this will be the second map, so it's group stage though, so each player gets to play a bunch of times. But yeah, Gelisac's looking amazing on this map. Really, he looks a lot more comfortable than Hectic, even though he won that map as well.
Nice back and forth there. Yeah. And Fiend says, man! You gotta be joking, man. How is this even possible? Does not compute. Nice movement by Gelisac to avoid all that LG in onslaught from Fiend. I guess a little bit of a tickle there. 14 health. Gelisac's going to be on the run. Fiend not looking for the shot. And that, I think, there's stuff like that I consider to be kind of the oh no, kind of the issue there. Like, Fiend isn't looking for all the opportunities that he has, He's not looking for the strafe jump across the doorway entrance or anything like that. So.
Yeah, he's kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, but more like Gelly's in the right place. He's out-positioning him and out-playing. I mean, if Fiend's not necessarily playing horrible, I think... Oh, he's playing pretty bad, but Gelly's playing really, really well. I don't know. Well, like, even in that first exchange, the opening frag, he was kind of like sitting there at the red armor, and he was like below there was a jump pad, and he had almost no health, and he shouldn't have stayed there. You're saying, he shouldn't be here, he shouldn't be here. So just kind of like every frag, it's like, he probably shouldn't be there. He probably, but 11-1, 11-1 right now. It's kind of garbage time. Yeah. So yeah, Gelly surprised me. I thought Fiend would do better.
Well, 35% railgun. 35% railgun for Yellowsack, 20% LG, 31 rocket. But they're not the strongest, but it's enough to bring home a win here. Fiend, on the other hand, 35 rail, 23 LG, 16 rocket. But I think it's just been all about positioning and control, being in Yellowsack's hand the entire night. So Fiend will go down one more time, 12 to -1. And Yellowsack might get another one here. Let's see if he runs off for it. Hi, gang. Yeah, that'll do it. 12 to -1. Yellowsack comes out on top, 2 maps up, and we have one more match for the night. Alright guys, we're going to go live with our final matchup of the night. We got Dahang versus Fiend on Lost Frickin' World here. We got the Dahang cam about to enter awesomeness. There it is. He has rocket launcher, he has mega. I'm going to drop in for red. So yeah, I think we can call that a pretty good spawn for Dahang. What do you think?
Definitely, yeah. He's pretty much got everything except for the YAs, but
and the lightning gun. Yeah, now Fiend's played this smartly by at least getting the lightning gun and the pair of armors. So you know, I do like that. But he has to basically do about you know, well, actually he's got to do. Hell, I can't do math. It's late. He has to do a lot of more damage. He has lower stack. Nah. Mega.
Like 80 more.
Yeah. Actually, a little bit of bouncy there. Dahang missing the initial jump for the Mega. Has to jump again for it and suffers a little bit of damage, but gets away pretty cleanly, so you know, can't really complain too much. He muscles in for the YA, denying it to Fiend. Fiend, of course, at 100-100, switching late to the LG, and it might be costly. Yes, there it is. Dahang does get first blood. Beautiful work there. Fiend, yep, while he has a 52% LG, not enough to save him considering the stack differential. Dahang, on the other hand, also having about a 30% LG, and but had it out quicker and had the greater stack. So that is a nice little first track for him there.
That was smart. He waited to get the LG to take on Fiend in the center, and he could have. He had the stack advantage, like he said, but then with the LG, he went ahead and moved in and got that first frag. And it's really hard to range somebody when they're in the center at the rocket launcher spot if you don't have that LG.
This guy is still having such an issue. I mean, I'm sorry, but apparently you need to be introduced to the internet.
Is he Mibbit? Let me check.
Who cares? Either way, he's fine. Just let him be. He will have his conniption. We've got Dahang continuing to do quite well here. Mega and red in hand. Fiend, on the other hand, you know, not terribly well off. He's been able to collect himself 150 armor or so. Dahang finding his opponent in center. Will begin the onslaught. Actually has plasma out and decides to fire that off. Switching up to LG a little bit late. But, uh-oh. Fiend, though, getting bum rushed by the shaft, and down he goes. 35% LG accuracy for Dahang. Fiend able to get the revenge frag, though. And very importantly, if he can keep this rocket away from Dahang for a little bit. Oh, nope. There it is. LG from the corpse, I guess, and Dahang now is back in business.
Yeah, if Dahang has the LG and rocket, it's really hard for him to stop him because he can play defensive and then he can go ahead and go offensive in the middle. So if Fiend's able to get this next frag here, I think he needs to deny LG.
Yeah. Now we do see a mutual frag. You know, I liked the idea by Fiend. It really, I think, did catch Dahang off guard, but you know, in this situation, we already know Dahang is easily able to collect rockets from the corpses. So, you know, hanging out in the center and giving away red, you know, I mean, he needed a lightning gun, so I understand why you'd want to head that way, but, you know, it obviously didn't turn into anything, so not quite sure about that response by Fiend given the mutual frag there.
Yeah, Dahang got lucky. He spawned right next to the rocket launcher and LG there when the two died. Picked out the YA and he was all ready to go, so.
Uh-oh. You know...